on the
Trying
podcast.
my first time run this one. I thought about it on the fly. I was like, shit, it's a big weekend, so let me just go ahead and whoop the whoop real quick. You know what I'm saying? Throw it on.
You already
Raw,
know.
you at Raw? I see his Galaxy Tab 8.4.
Can't see my picture.
No, sir, I cannot. And just let you know, will be posting this online.
Hold on, bro. Let me
So
go
I
back.
need to get together, baby. Kitty say he got about 5 more minutes, but we lost against Florida State. God damn, this don't make no goddamn sense. We got 10 times better talent than what they got over there. This shit ridiculous. I just don't understand it. See this. What happens when you play around with your food? When playing with your food, it get cold, and the food don't want you no more. And that's exactly what happened. Went out there and started slow.
Yeah, like I said, my take ain't popular, but I look at everything through all lenses of it, bro. And it's easy to say blame coaching.
No, I'm not gonna blame coaching. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm saying this is in general. 'Cause like I said, I'm in a group chat on
Right.
Facebook, and that's the common theme. Like the different fans in there, even after a win, is still nitpicking, finding ways to say that fire Manny or the coaching staff this and that, defense this and that, even after a win. So it's like I don't think a lot of people look at it in its totality more than just the I guess you can say the tunnel vision of it. Because like I said, yeah, we started off slow. But like I said, I don't think you can blame coaching. I think maybe Tyler came out just very erratic. He was nervous. His rivalry game, his first one. I can't coach the nerves because that's you as a person. I ain't nothing that I can do in practice to get you right for that. That's you. And so you kind of seeing how he looked when he started off the Virginia game.
Right.
Started off slow. Offense started off slow. But I just kind of carried on to the first half. Like I say, I mean, defense held up as much as it could because we had with 3 turnovers. I mean, so
Exactly. And
football is complementary. You know what I mean? So if you got three turnovers in the first half and you give up 20, I mean that's great. It's just not in the second half. Now you gotta play perfect. You gotta play perfect.
Yeah, play perfect. You gotta play
And
catch.
it's tough. It's rivalry. It's not happening like that. You're not playing perfect. You're gonna make your mistakes. It just so happened that we made our mistakes second half, but like I say, you still give up 11. You know what I mean? So it's like that's tough. I'm in pain. I don't like losing, and I don't like losing Florida State neither. I'm in pain.
Right, exactly, and we shouldn't. Like you said, saying this was TBD first rivalry game.
Right.
Saying you can tell from the beginning that he was uneasy, he was nervous. So you can look on the face like with the false start and just dumb penalties don't make no sense at all. They went up there, hurt the FSU check, and they got rattled. And then defense, like I was saying, the defense can't be on the field that long. They cannot. Eventually, they gonna break. I mean, even though we came back, but saying if the offense, like you said, come during the football, if the offense would have helped their end of the deal, saying it wouldn't even been close at all. But they start off too slow and try to play catch up. They can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's that like you say hit on nails, the penalties, but it's like I don't want to blame it on the rest, but I feel like it was kind of called one-sided for a while because you see some of the same penalties that we got, it wouldn't get called other way. So
Right.
you got the tackle that Jermaine Johnson had on night in the backfield. I swear to me, that's horse collar. I don't know why I wasn't called, but it's horse calling to me. So certain things that even on the sack he had on TVD, I've seen a handful of face masks. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's a bunch they missed for real.
You know what I mean? I don't want to blame it on the refs, but it's just like, and then we can't put it in the refs' hand. But like I said, it's a testament to where the team is going to be because a lot of people get mad at the result, but we know that the defense, the personnel, we don't got the personnel that we want right now. We know that the defense is where we want to be. Like if you think about it, the scheme Manny is trying to run right now, which he ran when he was a defensive coordinator, you don't have that same talent. You ain't got Chad Thomas on one end, Trent Harris on the other end. You ain't got Jalen Phillips and Quinn. You ain't got no solid linebackers like that, right? So it's like what you got. And it's like when you don't get the results you want, you fail to realize that, well, I don't have that same talent. I don't have those same people, but we're trying to run the same scheme. But that comes with years of lackluster classes. That comes with missing out on big recruits over the time. And that's stuff that Manny inherited. Now he's trying to right the ship. And it don't take 3 years to right a ship that's been sunk for 7, 8 years. So it's like
about 10 years. I'm saying,
right.
We really gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since it's like I said, Rob, where you at? Like I said, I told Rob a couple days ago, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we had like a high 4-star linebacker, a 5-star linebacker, you know what I'm saying? We was lucky to hit on Shaq and Pickney, you know what I'm saying, them boys like that. We was lucky. Other than that, you know what I'm saying, we really got a chance for like linebacker position wise. You know, we be lucky hearing that get like Artie Burns, Tracy Hart, all them boys at cornerback like that. But as far as linebacker play goes, it's been hit and miss a long time. And you can tell, you know what I'm saying, that's what we're missing.
Yeah, long time. I think, like I said, right now, the big thing is Manny's job safe. Is Manny gonna be there? I look at it this way, right? You fire Manny, right?
Right.
Maybe you lose out on recruits. Maybe you lose out players to the transfer portal because they play for Manny, they love Manny. And so then you bring in another coach that you try to want to actually right the ship. But if you don't have the same success in 3 years, are we saying the same thing in 3 years from now after you get rid of them? Like it's a consistent thing, it's a patient thing. Like I see the growth. I do. Right. I see the way that when they down, old Miami teams, when you down, for example, last year against North Carolina, the boys got down big, and what they did, them boys stayed down big. You know what I mean? Like previous years games with Miami, you'll get down big and they won't come back.
Right.
Had 3 different games this year to where they got down big and the boys fought back. That's a good testament. That's heart, that's will. You feel me? That's making adjustments in game. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that go to play. It's easy to say, this ain't the right man. Get rid of him. It's just, bro, like I said, sometimes it happens. Like he learned on the go, he coaching on the go. You feel me? He had to realize that some players, I don't care how old you is, you gotta, you feel me? If you ain't playing, you ain't playing. And we losing.
You ain't playing,
it's time to get those players out the program. You feel me? Like you starting to weed out who need to be there and who don't need to be there. So Gervin, you might have to slide. Bradley Jennings, you might have to slide. You feel me? Like Mark Pope, I love you.
It wasn't cutting it for real. You know, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of like Wayne Steve, you know what I'm saying? He be doing his thing last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? He been stepping up. You know what I'm saying? The back there, it was time for some new life back there. You know what I'm saying? Gervin Hall was what you gonna get at Gervin Hall. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be an average to good player at best. And that's about it. He ain't gonna be some playmaker get you by 4 or 5 picks every year. You know what I'm saying? He was solid on tackle besides the Michigan State mishap. When we set the block in. It's like a tackle with the block. I don't know what happened with that though.
I don't know. Like I said, now that was wild to me. Like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, I like where the program is headed. Yeah, we may miss out on some big recruits this year because of record wise, but you're gonna get the right people there that's gonna actually want to play there. And like you have a good nucleus. It's just a matter of he might have to utilize that transfer portal big again this year. You know what I mean? Because you might not have got the result that you wanted, out of this season. But if I would like say for me as a kid, if I'm trying to go, you feel me, somewhere, I see what the players doing, I see what they have been doing the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna slide Miami. Why? Because I think now they finally get it there, bro. The Dogs gonna play. If you ball, you gonna play. So rather than sit the pond maybe somewhere because we're gonna go to the playoffs or we're gonna be ranked top 10, I'm gonna go somewhere to where I can change the program and I'm gonna play. And I think that's what they realized. So it's like, I don't know what the next step is gonna be with Manny, especially after losing day. But like I said, I mean, I feel like in my opinion, you keep them because they showed a lot, and then we still got 2 more games to see what they do. Like I said, I'm conflicted. I don't know. Maybe because we just lost FSU, so I really don't know how I feel right now about keeping them or letting them go. But I'm pro keeping them at the moment.
So even with that, so Manny should stay regardless, just because all because of Blake James.
Mm-hmm.
Blake James, you know what I'm saying, threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
With the whole, you know what I'm saying, we gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't expecting Manny to win goddamn three games in a row against top ranked teams, you know what I'm saying, and like including Georgia taking 3 games like that. So if Manny was to go, it's gonna be in disarray anyway. And if he was to stay, it's still in disarray because now recruits thinking, all right, Manny gonna stay, right? So how long does he have left to stick around and be their coach? And that's the problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like pieces and places. Like me, like I was telling Rob, who finally got on. Rob, you in now? Rob, you in?
Audio.
Can you hear me? Only hear me, but anyway, like I was telling him. Well, I'm doing like 1,000 things at once right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna think like if I stayed, will he be there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If anything, you know what I'm saying? Manny got right now to stay around and coach by at least a year, maybe 2 years, and even actually. Besides how the season go, I think he got right to stay around just because of what Blake James did behind his back. He ain't giving a heads up. He ain't giving a heads up. Like I can go to media and be like, all right, I'm gonna throw you on the bus. First of all, say that I'm gonna throw you under the bus. Nobody was telling me but I think he got right now. Stay around at least one more year right now. People don't know if he finna, you know what I'm saying, if he finna stay around and be around for 2-3 years.
Right. Yeah, no, like I said, I feel it though, because like, yeah, in my mind, you keep him for another year, right? Because you've seen the turnaround from after the 2-4 start. So when I not to say 2-4 start, but you can see after the Appalachian State game, after you go into Central Connecticut State, you go into Virginia. Down big, you figure something out on offense, you feel me? Defense, you know, tighten up, you lose the game because you missed the field goal. Like you trust the kicker to make that field goal because he hit 55 2 weeks prior. Right. So he missed the field goal, just
hello.
He missed. So we hear me now.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you all.
Oh, okay, man. So go ahead, my bad, man.
So yeah, now you see that they just happened to, you know, miss the field goal. And some say he a better kicker than his brother, which was their last year. So you trust him in that moment because he just hit for 55. You know, then North Carolina game, you're like, hey, look, you go out, you come out flat again. And then boom, you figure something out. All right, while your defense tighten up, cool. It's just going down the field, you know, ball got tipped to the line. You know, it's literally you one play away from still being in first place. That's the boys not giving up. You feel not playing, right? Because it's like, as I said earlier, like previous year, bro, it's a wrap. You go down 21, it's a wrap. Mark Rick and all, it's a wrap. But they playing. It's passion. Sometimes they play with a little bit too much emotion. You see first half of this game, James with the late hit, Keontae with the late hit. I know it's a rivalry, but sometimes you gotta be level-headed. Sometimes we play with a little too much emotion, but that comes with being young. So like you see the program playing Leonard Taylor, you know, James Williams, Cam Kitchens, Avante Williams, that's like the nucleus of defense. That's gonna be the base of it. You know, you just build around it. You get no backers there. You know, you continue to maybe try to land a solid edge rush. You know, that's what you're missing. You're missing the edge rush. You're missing the pressure. Because it's like when we was dominant, what we had front row pressure to where boys can sit back and actually cover. We ain't really got that. You put them boys in coverage. Like I wanted to see a field view of the fourth and 14 play today, but I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened. I just know you feel me? As soon as I watched play, I'm like, dang, I'm thinking about 2 years ago, 3rd and 24 North Carolina. Like that's instantly what I told my sister. I'm like, bro, I'm thinking about 3rd and 24 North Carolina. And just to see it get passed right up the middle, man. So it's like
all over again.
It's pain, but it's like I said, bro, we know where this program is at as far as player. We trying to get the right people in. And that comes with a couple of recruiting classes. Like it all just depends. Like you gotta continue. Let that man stay. Let that man develop. Try to develop. If you don't develop next year, you regress, then yeah, he gotta slide.
Right.
Like you gotta slide. But you kind of see what you got in a little bit of everybody. So it's a rough year. It's been a rough year, especially with injuries. You know what I mean? And even still, James went out, you know, the game with a growing injury. So I hope he get well. But it's like, it's a lot because you don't have that dynamic. You really running, even on offense. You know, it's always tough to run the ball against Florida State. You know, but
we barely even did that. Man, matter of fact, let's go to the game.
Right.
Let's go to the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we started off slow, and that was a problem. You know what I'm saying? Just from that, the interception with a pass completed, turn interception to Mike Harley. That didn't make no sense, and just penalties. That's what killed the game. Penalties. A person fouls, face mask, offside.
Yeah.
Everything we was like, I can't remember. I got something from me, but that wise, we had at least over by at least 100 yards in penalties, and at least 2 turnovers. That can cost you game.
Well, yeah,
I ain't making no excuse, but
I said, yeah, we had three turnovers first half. We had 105 yards of penalty, 3 turnovers first half.
That's not recipe for winning football at all whatsoever. And then start slow, like you said from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Just with Van Dyke being rattled, that took a lot away. And then we couldn't even score in the first quarter. We couldn't do nothing in the first quarter at all. We just got shut down. It was pretty sad knowing what we did to NC State and what NC State did to FSU.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's tough, you know, because like you gotta think about it. What's one constant thing about Florida State? They're gonna have a front. They're going to have a front. So it's like it's tough when you only have truly one back using the whole game because you decimated with injuries. You know, you don't got Don, you ain't got Cam. So it's like if Rooster can't, like you don't want to run Rooster east and west every single play because it's not gonna work.
Right.
You gotta run them up the gap. You gotta run up, but you don't have that back that's gonna get you through the gap and then slide. That's done. You know, Cam will get you that every now and then. You know what I mean?
No. There he goes. God damn it.
I'm late to the party, but I'm here. I'm here.
Hold on.
Showtime! Here you grilled up with it. Here you all three, you all locked there with it. Showtime! Hey! Time!
Hey, look, before you even start.
Hey! I'm late to the party. I'm drunk. I got a little cigar in my system, but I'm ready to go. Why we gonna do this tonight? Time!
A couple nights ago and get it going. That's why.
Time! Then I got on my black Vegeta shirt with Super Saiyan with it. Then I got on my Vegeta shirt.
Ain't got no chill. Hold up. First of all, hey, Willie.
Black Vegeta in the house.
KD. We've been rocking since middle school, long time. Big FSU fan. He ain't got no chill.
I'm already knowing. I can tell. He entitled. He entitled. He entitled because that's how I felt when we won that first one, you know, in 4 years ago. That's how I felt. And I was on the way to tally that day too. You know what I mean? So it's like he entitled to it because I felt the same way. You know, we finally got over that hump when we ended the 7 straight. So it's his night. You gotta have it. It's his night.
Hey, y'all hear that song? Y'all hear that?
No,
doom, doom,
we do not hear that song.
Doom. Hey, then we got a trash ass quarterback. Can't throw for shit.
Yeah, you're right. But guess what? Hey, look, like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did y'all thing though. Y'all won. Y'all beat us straight up. Without a passing game, but y'all did though. Listen, a win is a win. Win is a win, and I ain't gonna say many excuses, even though I could, but in the day, football is football, and the game won in between the lines. Penalties, no passing yards, rushing yards, case it be FSU. Y'all slowed us up. I give you that.
Congratulations. I give it to you.
Hello.
We took a long time to get rolling, and in the day, it was.
What's up, fellas?
It was too late.
Good.
Hey, I love this. Oh man.
What's up?
What's going on, my nigga?
Hey, hold on. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
Hey, I love this. You know why I love this? It's straight UM fans on here. And I'm the only fucking Florida State fan, nigga.
Look at this guy.
No, I'm saying, so look, being that it's that way, we will have a reasonable call. I don't know. You kind of hype right now. So
hey, I could take down all 3 of y'all right now. Where y'all want to go? Y'all want to talk about how we jumped out 17-9? Y'all want to talk about how y'all came back? How you want to talk about how we exposed y'all quarterback in the first half? Then he took off in the second half? How y'all want to do this? Y'all want to talk about the fucked up field goal block on hit that we gave y'all, that little fluke ass touchdown that y'all got with number 3 in the back of the end zone? How y'all want to do this? How y'all want to do this?
Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, let's go.
Bro, y'all ain't got no passing game, bro. Y'all got
we beat y'all ass without a passing game. I already said that.
No.
Ain't got no passing game, bro.
Beat y'all ass. Y'all won. Let's get it straight. Y'all won. Y'all got W.
Hey,
y'all blow us out. Y'all ain't do nothing special we didn't know. Only thing is we couldn't stop it. And then we figured out the second half.
I wouldn't even say I ain't even gonna say we couldn't stop it, bro. I ain't even gonna say that. Because like I said, momentum is one hell of a drug. And so that first half, FSU had it. You feel me? Like,
but y'all took it when y'all got that, when we did that fucked up handoff and that number 1 recovered, the momentum shifted.
Momentum is serious, bro.
That's Big Daddy Ness right there. You get number 1 right, baby. That's Big
For
Daddy
real.
Ness.
You gotta get that name right, bro.
Out of American Heritage, baby.
Look, they had it. They had it first half, but like I say, look, man, we shot ourselves in the foot coming out three turnovers first half. And like I said, that's all on Tyler being young, Tyler being nervous. You feel me, freshman mistakes. And a rivalry game is gonna happen. You feel me? So it's like,
well, Willie, not even on that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Mike Harley, he got bullied for that ball with that interception when FSU got the ball.
Oh, by number 10.
Yeah,
like,
who was that?
That was number 10. He new to the defense.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Harley just got bullied straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it was a bang play on the ball. It just so happened the ball fell in the FSU defender lap. So it is what it is. Like, he made it. Look, he got it. He entitled to the ball too. So you feel me?
No, but on the serious note, y'all quarterback showed up in the second half though. Right. He made some. I don't think it's y'all quarterback. I think y'all did a nice adjustment with play calling to what we were doing on our defense, because y'all put y'all quarterback in a better position to make plays. Because in the first half, when y'all came out the gate, y'all were trying to take shots deep every damn play. But y'all in the second half, y'all came back. Not even much in the second half. That last drive y'all scored before going into halftime, y'all made 7. Y'all started, y'all one of y'all trick back, did that little double reverse to the tight end. But y'all was taking what we was giving y'all instead of trying to force the shit downfield. That's how he threw his first pick, trying to force the shit downfield when it wasn't done. And how many overthrows he had on bombs? He had like 6, 7 overthrows trying to force.
True that.
That's when he became better, more efficient.
I think that's all come with being young. You know what I mean? When you got a young quarterback, especially in your first like big game, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. So it's like, I think we came out with a game plan that you want to come out with a more experienced quarterback, rather than doing what you did the previous 2 weeks with coming to what he's best at. You can't come out like, it's rivalry. You want to, set the tone earlier, but you got to still realize that, bro, this man ain't played no big game this magnitude. This man ain't played in no stadium with that many fans as he actually started. He ain't never did that before. Right. This the first time.
But when you look at the track, when you look back at the track record of what Florida State was bringing to the table as a coach, you don't think, when you look at this rivalry game today, you don't look at it as fans from South Florida, it's a rivalry.
Right.
But to everybody else, it's like, it's just Florida State, Miami. They ain't got that flavor no more. So when they come in, they're just like, it's just Florida State. Not knowing that these kids gonna take it serious to the point where I'm gonna wait. If I don't wake up for any game this season, I'm gonna wake up for this game. So it's like, that's why I said when it's at the end of the second quarter, I felt like the offensive coordinator, whoever called the plays, was like, okay, let me dial it down and ease them into the game. Because y'all try to come out, do what y'all did the previous 3 weeks when he was throwing for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns a game, and blowing bitches, knocking the top off of defenses. That's how y'all came out. You get what I'm saying? But
and they missed. Like every time over top.
Well,
he got too excited over top, kept overthrowing it. Honestly, I think just the environment in general just got to him.
Yeah, and we took y'all too lightly in our first half.
No, it wasn't even him. I think it start with the coaches first, and that's Lashley dialing up for him. You know what I'm saying? The running game wasn't all that, but it was decent enough to get going. And he kept calling deep shot after deep shot, and when it wasn't.
But
if you look at
it, go ahead.
Oh yes, if you look at it though, right? Besides last year, we don't never officially run the ball against Florida State. We never run it officially. You know what I mean? So it's like, with that in mind, you gotta tailor your game plan to that, because like I said, you came out, you're gonna have to try. You gotta try to set the tone. And if it's not there, you can't get behind the chains and then wait, you feel me, third down trying to go deep. If you realize you ain't running the ball, okay, well, get this man some play calls, nickel or diamond, get you favorable 3rd and 3s, or 3rd and 1, stuff like that, to where you got the entire play. But he ain't start doing that, like you said, until KD, like he did that second half. You know what I mean? Like, you attacking yourself out. You putting him in a position to fail for the most part. And that's where I think a lot of people are gonna say it's many, but personal blame to the right person is last year, because in the day, that's the offensive mind. You know what I mean? Like, as offensive personnel.
I believe me personally, when I was sitting at the bar watching the game, I actually felt like y'all was running the ball good. Not every play y'all did, but Rooster was getting 3-4 yards a carry when he touched that ball. But I just felt like with the hype of this quarterback or the last 3 games, I felt like y'all played into the hype instead of just playing the game or the game flow. Y'all played into the hype that he threw for 400 yards a game. He threw 4 touchdowns a game. He was having these video game numbers, and y'all just thought that was going to be it for the rest of the season. But you got to understand, it's football. For every 3 good games you have, you're going to have a bad game. And he didn't have a bad game. He had a bad half. And that bad half cost y'all the game, because the second half, he was lights out. He was lights out second half. He was lights out. But that first half cost him. And we capitalized on that first half. So it's like, we only scored, 10 points, 11 points in the second half? So it's like, and that didn't come to the last minute of the fucking game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I blame that game on the offensive coordinator on his first half calls. Because if y'all called that game the way y'all called it in the second half, throughout the whole game, the game would have been close. Because me personally, Florida State, we need a new quarterback, because our quarterback can't throw at all. So it's like, and I blame y'all defensive coordinator too, because
I even go there.
Now hold up. We ain't got no defensive coordinator. Let's stop you right there.
All right, whoever run the defense, this is why I blame y'all defensive coordinator. And me and Showtime was talking about this earlier. When Miami Dolphins played Lamar Jackson on Thursday night, this past Thursday, what they did, they forced Lamar Jackson to throw that ball, and he couldn't do it. Jordan Travis is a watered down Lamar Jackson. Force him to throw the ball. But y'all let us run against y'all to get them 5 yards a carry, to get them 4 yards a carry, to keep the chains moving. So that's on y'all defensive coordinator. We ain't throwing the ball. And if we do throw the ball, we throwing little screens or little hitches. We ain't throwing it deep. Okay. So I feel like we out-coach y'all. Y'all out-coach yourself, because y'all came in with a game plan that we will overtalk these cats, and we will blow them out and put them away early. And y'all forget that, we're Florida State, and we 3-6. But y'all got to remember, we got the same athletes on our side of the ball that y'all got on y'all side of the ball. They all from the same region. They all from the same blood. They all drink the same water. So it ain't like you finna outrun us or out-talent us. Y'all got to out-coach us, and y'all out-coach yourself, my opinion.
See, in my opinion, like I said, that's facts. You feel me? But I wouldn't say necessarily it was the fact that it was out-coached, because it's a tale of 2 halves, right? The first half was just bad. Obviously,
I ain't said we out-coach y'all. I'm saying y'all out-coach yourself.
And to my point, like I said, it was a tale of 2 halves, right? We had that first half, and you had the second.
Yeah.
And if you would look at the drives that y'all did have to where y'all did score, it's on us for shooting ourselves in the foot. It was aided by penalties. It was that
correct.
So it's like maybe it was really that. Honestly, I feel like it was rudimentary to what they were doing with Travis. They was faking the toss. Yeah. He diving up the middle, right? So once they figured that out, it was a wrap because he stopped being able to run like he did in the first half. But it's just the fact that when we had those turnovers, and then when y'all did, you know, like it wasn't that last drive was the first time that y'all drove the ball on the field on us. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So, like, without any help. So when it came to when y'all did score them 20 in the first half, that's on us. Late hits, you know, missed the sign.
Too many penalties.
Right, because like say if you think about it, so that pass you had on the sideline first half, I think that's on Devontae, you feel me, for being still learning everything after coming off the suspension, right? Because they ran the post, and that post got carried to Cam, but then they ran it was more so like a wheel. So being the wheel, being that Avonte went with the post, even though it was already getting carried to the field safety, boom, there go a big play right there, boom, touchdown. Maybe been a field goal, but it's like it's little things like that, missed assignments, penalties, kicking yourself in the foot. We play with too much emotion. You know, everybody is still young. So it's like, rather than making a veteran play, if you see somebody already out of bounds or it's a close play, let them boys go. Because the rivalry game, that flag gonna get called. They want to make sure they don't get out of hand. Because if I let you put this man out of bounds 3 times out of 5, one of them times we finna start a big old ride because somebody mad because somebody got hit. So in those moments, let people go. So at that times, like I said, it was we left stuff on the field. We left plays on the field. And you look at the second half, like I said, everything was Miami did great. It was just when everything on the line, they're in the headlights from the boys young. So sometimes it happens, bro. This is the game you need. As a team, both teams, this is the game you need. This game y'all need, you know, to help turn y'all season around. This is a game we need to get us back to earth. Like, okay, well, there's little things that we got to work on. There's little things that y'all can't do. Look at 105 yards and penalties. Y'all played 3 weeks ago. Y'all 3 weeks straight. Y'all played clean football. Is it because of rivalry now? Y'all trying to do everything? Use your head. They using silent count on y'all boys. My coach ain't on the field to tell me don't jump. You feel me? Watch the ball. My coach ain't on the field for that. So it's like, bro, you jumped outside like 2 times in one drive, maybe 3 or 4 times in the first half. Yeah, doing a solid count. It's little things like that to where that's what cost us the game. Like I said, it's no excuses. Y'all boys won outright. It's just boys got to grow up. You know what I mean? So yeah, it wasn't no passing game, but yeah, y'all still threw for 275. You know, so y'all passed when it mattered. You know what I mean? So you put trust in Travis' hands to pass.
You gotta understand, them passing yards came on 3 big plays where I felt like y'all basically had a miscue.
Yep.
Y'all had a miscue. Them bombs that we had. Huh?
As I was saying, that bomb to 22, that's on Cam. You and man coverage. I don't know why you looking back.
Yeah, it's like it was miscues. Like I honestly say, I honestly say Jordan Travis, me personally, I can't wait till he get out of there because you too one-dimensional. You can't throw the ball. You can't read. You one read and you haul ass. You get what I'm saying? And that what hurts our team. Because if it's a smart team, you gonna lock up everybody one-on-one and you gonna blitz the shit out of him. Because you know if he can't catch that first read, he gonna haul ass. Right. So it's like, and what pissed me off with y'all is that the simple fact, if it were playing North Carolina or Virginia or Pittsburgh, I understand they're not doing it because they don't have the athletes on their side of the ball to run with him. Y'all got the dogs across the board. So why the fuck is y'all not manning up and coming after him? He can't beat everybody on y'all defense.
KD, it's coaching. It's coaching.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, it's coaching that. And at the same time, we ain't got the fastest middle linebacker in Corey Flagg.
But Showtime.
Hold on. Before you say that too. And James Williams was hurt before the game, and he re-injured his injury. So usually on third down or whatever, we'll have Avonte and Cam Kitchens at safety, and we'll drop James Williams down the box. But he played healthy, so that alternated what we wanted to do on defense as far as speed and cubic spine. Because I'm gonna be real with you, Corey Flagg, I love Corey Flagg, but he's a 2-down middle linebacker. Because third down he get his ass burnt. Yeah, you laughing because you know it's true. He get burnt, And Mari Carter, he good for the first by 2 downs, and then he'll get hurt too.
Get off my boy. I went to school with Mari. Get off my boy. We played together. Get off my boy.
Hey, listen, I love them boys, but in the day, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to it, you know what I'm saying, we got to match up. And then when we lost James Williams, because he played hurt, he got hurt in the game, and he still kept playing. He got hurt in the game, and he tried to play again, but that was it. You can tell something was wrong. So when we lost our game plan, at that point, I'm guessing coaching wise, it just got lost.
I wouldn't say it got lost because whatever game plan they had in the first half, they threw that out the window. That was a wrap. Yeah, they had to have something different in the second half because, like I said, it was tell of 2 halves. So whatever happened in the first half, the boy scrapped that. So in my mind, that's an in-game adjustment. But to the fact of the personnel we got, like I said, we don't have no lockdown corners on that side. So I wouldn't run man, right? Because only corner that you guys really like a dog is Tyreek, right? Yeah. But you're trying to get your man-to-man dogs in this next class if they stay. And Chris Graves and Kamari Rogers, they're gonna come in early and play. But you don't.
That's a man that don't get fired. That's the only way to keep Kamari Rogers.
That's what I'm saying. That's if they stay, because if you keep them boys there, man, instead of they come in, I think that's when you can really start going man-to-man. Like I don't too much know about what Marcus Clark can do, because either they don't throw his way or we don't see him make plays. So it's like, I don't know what kind of player he is. So I'm not going to put them boys on the island, like you said, with Corey Flag. I don't have that back of that. You can have like Mike Pickney and Shaq that you can put man and the boys going to make a play. You think about it. When the coach was down 27-9, 27-7. Mike made a play that pick he had to set Jeff Thomas up for that touchdown back at the Rock. You feel me? Like, you don't have those linebackers. And if we do, they don't know the playbook yet. The boys ain't ready yet, so I don't know what it is and what it ain't.
But this the question. What's wrong with, they always talking about Sam Brooks. Ain't nothing wrong with Sam Brooks. That's Packy talking about injury. He not injured, bro. What's up, bro? And then every hook, the playbook. You got the man on special teams. That's linebackers we need on the field.
So what are we doing? It really is what y'all boys doing on the spare time to getting the boys right. That's really
what I'm saying.
Them boys got to think about them. They need to spend extra time getting them down so they can play rather than not play them because they don't have it. It's like, I don't know if they're leaving them on the island or they're actually trying to teach them and they just not grasping it. That's something that I won't know because I'm not on the inside. You know what I mean?
I feel like me personally with UM, y'all came in this year with upperclassmen.
19 of them, to be exact.
Y'all came in with upperclassmen.
Hello.
And the upperclassmen didn't produce or they got injured. So now y'all using COVID freshmen. When I mean by COVID freshmen, they came in during the COVID year where they couldn't have a full off season, a full spring to learn something. So now y'all got a bunch of raw kids that's ultra talented moving on the fly.
Right.
And y'all trying to coach them on the fly.
Right.
And it's like with the teams that y'all beat, them kids, even though they freshmen and sophomores or COVID freshmen or redshirt freshmen, they are athletically better than everybody that y'all beat. Georgia Tech. Who the fuck in Georgia Tech is athletic? Pittsburgh. Who the hell is athletic? Virginia. But when y'all ran into Florida State, that athletic get canceled because we the same breed. We breathe the same water. We breathe the same air. So that 4-4 that you have going against a 4-6, that 4-4 is matching a 4-4. So now it's come with, now the freshmen and the sophomores and the COVID freshmen can't rely on just their athleticism. Now they gotta rely on the mental. Now football IQ come in. And that's what I think what played to y'all in the first half. Y'all thought y'all were gonna athletic us, and y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. But in the second half, I think y'all went back to fundamental football and started playing smart football, which killed us because on offense, we one-dimensional. We can't throw. We can't throw for shit. And it's like I at some point I thought y'all would take advantage of that, but it was just like y'all was sitting back with 2 safeties back, like we finna throw it deep on y'all and keep letting us run the ball. And I'm like, well, why they ain't gonna bring up another safety in the box? They know we can't throw deep. What receiver we got?
I mean, to your point, like you say, you do got them freshmen back there. So you really don't want to put them boys on the island to make that kind of play in this kind of game of this magnitude. You're trying to protect them as much as you can. We kind of see we see what happened with 22 when he threw it to Cam, when he threw it on Cam.
Hey, sometime, bro.
Gotta let them make
that's when they learn the best. You gotta put them out there. They ain't gonna you gonna baby them the whole time?
No.
You gonna baby them? So you gonna wait the next season?
I just think that's the part of coaching. Like I said, a lot of times you outthink yourself in a lot of moments, right? Because you don't want to get beat, so you plan not to get beat, and you still get beat, rather than letting the boys go out there and make a play. And there is all product of who wanted more at the end of the day. So it's like I don't blame them. I don't blame them for the decision they make, but it's like when you look at it, it's like cause and effect, right? You're doing the right thing, but then you don't get the right results. So now we look at it different. Versus if you would did it that way and it would have stuffed them, then when you praising it, you know what I mean? That's just the kind of thing that it is. So it's like I understand. It's just you don't want to put them in that position to have to make a play, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes that's how your legacy is born in the rivalry. You feel me? Like your legacy is born by what you do on the field, off the field. You feel me? So it's like
I just feel like me personally, if I'm coaching, if I put you on the field, I'm taking the training wheels off. Especially if I know if I have to replace you, if I had to replace an upperclassman with an underclassman that's inexperienced, I gotta let you got to fail to understand, to go back and watch film and be like, this is where you made a mistake, and this is how we're gonna correct it. So at the end of the day, I'm putting them on the island. That's just like a rookie getting drafted to the NFL. Your first game going against Devontae Adams. You got to get on that island.
In totality, they failed. You know, Cam Kitchens got burnt on that play. That was the game.
Yeah. But it's a learning process.
Yeah, so that's why like it's tough, right? Because being that you let your players fail, right, the coach is gonna get the burn for it because you let them fail. Rather than it's like, okay, well, that's what you got out there, right? Because you had big expectations as a Miami team because you had all these other guys in 19, right? But all that production that you had, only person that you still got that's actually producing, right, is Mike Harley when he does produce. And who else besides the offensive line? Like all that production is gone. You know what I mean? So it's like it's easy to say fire coach do this and that, but it's like, well, you getting a whole new set of production from a whole new set of players, and this is the game they failed, but this is the game that's gonna get put in the microscope. Like, okay, well, y'all lost to Florida State. So what's it now? You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, hats off to y'all because y'all, when it mattered, y'all capitalized, right? Because y'all ain't, like you said, y'all ain't scoring no points until that fourth quarter, right? When you get the first field goal.
Miami was the fourth quarter, the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
So
like
it's like that's when you scoring points. So it was good, you feel me, up to that point, and you held them boys, you know, to them 3 points. That's defensive stand. It just so happened when it mattered the most, your young boys folded. You know, Cam got burnt on that play. You know what I mean? I don't know who responsibility was on that 4th and 14 because I didn't really get to see no field angle of what happened. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just like you need games like this, right? Because it's all a matter of how you respond. You know what I mean? So how the team gonna respond? Because it's always that FSU letdown, right? You lose FSU, then you're gonna lose the next 3-4 games. So now you see how these
it better not be, goddamn it. It better not be.
You got Duke next week, bro. We got
V Tech next week.
Damn. If they lose to Virginia Tech, they losing Duke.
Virginia Tech ain't
I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I'm going to FSU. Psych.
At that point, bro, I'm jumping on the bandwagon, man. You got to slide, my boy. Like at that point, you lose the next 2. You got to slide.
Yeah,
I ain't going to join FSU. I can't do that.
Ain't no why we losing Virginia Tech. But like I've been saying, you know what I'm saying? It's a rivalry game. You never know what you're going to get in a rivalry game. Just like you said, Katie, Like you said, Rob, like you said, Willie, you know, it's a rivalry game. Shit happens, and especially being in Doak Campbell Stadium. I never been there, but I only can imagine hearing the whole goddamn crowd going crazy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, especially after one big turnover, the whole crowd going crazy. And now you looking lost. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? A rivalry game really plays into a rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? Emotions go high, but it's all about how you control them. It's all about how you coach them. Like you said at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Just from we are coach ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, coming in, you taking big shots, deep shots down the field versus a game plan, quick screen game, RPO game, quick slant, little 3-4 yard run right there. But we got out of characteristic with last year trying to take deep shots and just overthrowing it. Like I'm just like, all right, I see what we're doing here. Okay, see what we're doing here.
He gotta take what the defense giving him.
Okay, let's figure that game. But end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we didn't capitalize when we had our chances. And FSU made the most out of their chances. You know what I'm saying? Turnover or not, penalties or not. End of the day, you know what I'm saying? For me personally, I'm not excusing them for being young. You know what I'm saying? They know what time it is already when they commit to FSU and when they commit to Miami. You know what time it is already, and they know already, depending on what we playing at and who reffing, what time it is already. So at the end of the day, they should be able to hold themselves accountable for dumb penalties. But again, in the day, FSU came out, did their thing. They won the game, plain and simple.
And like, this is the game you need for the rivalry, though, right? Because we both want to see us back to national prominence, right?
Right.
So this is the game that FSU need, to help pick them up. Like I said, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you need, like I said, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're gonna look like defensively next year because they obviously had a lot of transfer come in this past year on that defense, right? So obviously Jermaine Johnson going to go to the league. I don't know how long Kyer Thomas is going to be there. So, they had an amazing defense. They always got amazing defense. So I think this is the game right here they need for one to salvage their season because they lost today. It would have been no bowl game for them. So this is when they needed to salvage their season. And I think this is the game for the rivalry to try to get back to where it need to get because obviously this game it pulled covers, it pulled blankets, for both sides, right? Like you said, Jordan Travis ain't dancing. Mackenzie Milton is like he playing scared because that injury was just so gruesome. It what it once was. So it's like they need something else there. Like I said, you got a good formula. I don't know too much about their running backs, but the running backs by committee. I like it.
When we first hired Norvell, I didn't like it. But when I went back, I had downtime on my time, and I went back and I looked at him when he was at Memphis. Norvell is coaching to the best of his ability with what he got at quarterback because he don't have that. He wants a pocket passer. When you look at him when he had at Memphis with Paxton Lynch, Brady White, and them boys, they were pocket passers. They could sit there and read the field. We don't have that at Florida State at all. So he has to predicate his offense to what Jordan Travis do, which is run, because he can't read defenses. And it's like until he get his quarterback, and that's the boy out of IMG Academy, who's a freshman, who's gonna be a freshman next year.
AJ McDuffie.
Yeah. Until we get his quarterback that he handpicked in recruiting to get in his system, I don't think he would do good at Florida State. And back to what you're saying, when you're trying to get Florida State and Miami back to the point where we dominate, you got to understand it will never go back to that with Florida State, or Miami. How we used to rotate because of recruiting.
Recruiting and coaching. The coaching.
It's not even much coaching. It's not coaching. It's recruiting. When you have all the best talent leaving the state of Florida, it's a problem.
It is.
You look at all our top players at every position. They either going to Bama, Ohio State, Clemson,
Georgia,
Louisville,
Georgia.
It's like
LSU.
Honestly,
we had 3 years in a row. We had 3 years in a row with the top #1 receivers, Cooper, Ridley, and Judy. All went to Bama.
Yeah.
2 years with the Bosa brothers. Went to Ohio State. You know, so it's like,
yeah, for real, I don't backyard.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm not a UM fan. And I always tell people, why you not a UM fan, but all your other teams Miami? Because UM don't have to recruit outside of Palm Beach down. But y'all let all this talent out of South Florida leave.
I ain't gonna necessarily say we letting it. It's just the fact that it's what I, as a kid, is what I see, right? Because right now, yeah, we going through down years, so I see Bama top 3, not year in year out. Clemson before this shit, top 3 year in year out. Like I want right now, like so I had a homie I played with. You feel me? Like he was a Florida State fan, but he seen what Louisville and Florida State, you know, and that kind of changed his mind. Then obviously Bama winning, that boy said he's gonna go to Bama. Ultimately, he got in trouble. Now he at West VU. But it's just like, it's what you see, is the facilities, it's the winning. You know what I mean? There's no mentality no more to make where you come from, like you to make it to where it used to be. Like I want microwave success. I want to go to Bama. I want to get a ring. I'm gonna sit for a year or 2, get developed, and then when it's my time, I'm gonna go, because in the day it's Bama. All the scouts coming to Bama. All the scouts coming to Georgia. Somebody gonna look at me. So even if I play subpar to the conference, I'm going to the draft in the day because of the name of the school I went to, right? That's the school you go to hold weight. So it's like, until.
Wait, let me ask you this question. I don't mean to cut you off. Let me ask you a question. What about Louisville? Because when you look at Louisville track record, they take all the Miami rejects that Florida don't take, the Lamar Jacksons, the Teddy Bridgewater, the Tutu Atwells,
Elijah Rogers,
the Calvin Pryor, the Elijah. The list could go on and on. How much Louisville come in South Florida and take our players, and Louisville never do nothing great, but they take our Florida players.
Yeah, no,
and
it's all evaluation, right? Because as a staff, it's easy to
Willie, pause right there. Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
Just now, I'm gonna tell you why everybody leave. It's because the school too cheap to hire a real goddamn coach. It's too cheap to get a real AD. When's the last time we ever had a game breaker, like coach wise, that come in and right the ship? Maybe since Larry Coker left the end team that he had. Other than that, it's been like so-so. We don't, from the top to bottom, we don't have that level of caring to bring somebody who's willing to do the dirty work to turn the program around. We brought in Al Golden, Randy Shannon.
Randy Shannon.
Mark Rick was
Mark Rick,
but he was still in the dinosaur ages for his offense. But besides, just looking at it, like we had a good class 2008 recruiting wise. You know what I'm saying? From the Miami Northwestern boys, even from Duke Johnson coming in. But we never had like a dominant coach that was like a big name figure. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, talking about, look at Alabama. Where was Nick Saban before he came to Alabama?
Like I said, that's what I was about to say.
Exactly. And he got his ass whooped at Dolphins. He came to college, look what he did. He turned the program around. Alabama was, when he got there, he instilled the NFL mindset program. Look at him now, it's like a machine over there. You know,
I like to that point.
The B-list people.
It's consistency to the point, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. If we saying Saban, right? We saying Dabo, right? They let them boys have mediocre years until they, like I said, Dabo wouldn't turn up until year 3, right? He didn't turn up to year 3. He had a couple 6 or 7 years before he actually went to the ACC championship, before he started turning up. But it's because the standards Miami and State has always been high based on we so impatient. Like if somebody ain't performing in 3 years, you got to get rid of them. It's time to go. If he ain't performing in 2 years, turning the national championship aspirations, he got to slide. So therefore, boom, is no form of consistency there. So as a recruit, I'm looking at the program like, bro, I'm not going to slide there because I don't know if that coach going to be there next year. Why? Because there's nobody there that can continue. They can grow around, get the right people there. Think about it. Look what Manny did far as from year 1 to year 2, right? Year 1, he had Dan Enos coming in and what have you. You know, even year 1, we go back, rewind it. Mark Richt left because Mark Richt ain't want to be his son as a coach, the QB coach. Right? Manny came in, got rid of all that, right? Brought in Eno. Right? That first offense, it won the offense for us. Eno tried to run a pro style offense that you run at Bama. But we ain't getting offensive lineman that Bama get, bro. So you can't run that there. You can't run no max protection 2 routes. We ain't got the personnel. So all right, boom, Manny, get rid of that. Bringing new people in, bringing the spread to offense. You see what it did last year. Now it's trying to do that this year, but you got decimated by injuries. Quarterback, receiver, quarterback, running back, line. It is what it is. But we want the, like I say we, but fans didn't want the microwave success, right? So nobody can actually come into the program and actually build it up from the ground up, because if you don't build it up from the ground up in 3 years and win the championship year 3, you gone. You know what I mean? So it's like, how can you recruit? How can you bring your talent home when year in, year out, I ain't got the same coach? I can go there this year and the coach be gone. You feel me? Like Mark Richt. Oh yeah, Mark Richt is up and slid. Oh, I'm not finna slide to Miami.
Stop,
so I just think it's the consistency. It's like we don't have. I can say we, but the program itself for Miami, speaking for Miami, is like is mainly. You know what I mean? So they don't put the same energy and effort into football like Alabama's, Georgia's, Clemson. And until we do, it ain't gonna change. But you gotta let the man stay. Like same thing with Norvell. You gotta let Norvell stay because they got the recipe. It's just gonna take time because you're trying to right something that's been wrong for like 5, 6, 7 years. You're not just gonna fix that in 1, 2 seasons. You know what I mean? That's why I think that's what the problem lies. That's why everybody sliding to where that program is consistent year in, year out. You know what I mean? That's my take.
I don't think Norvell after next year, if you don't turn it around, I think he's done.
Oh yeah.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing with Manny, man. I think Manny gonna be gone after the season.
I think Norvell gonna be there at the end of this season. But next season, and the only reason I say that is because of Deion Sanders. That's the only reason I say Norvell is on the short leash, because if Deion continue to have a great run at Jackson State, eventually D1 gonna come calling. Because one thing about
hey, look,
Deion compared to other coaches, he played the game at the highest level and succeeded at it. And it's not like Deion gonna bring in a staff. He ain't gonna bring in no bullshit. He gonna bring in top of the line staff. So I feel like Norvell got pressure on him because of Deion. Because you couldn't hire Deion out of high school straight to Florida State.
Yeah.
So he had to go and get that his so-called feet wet, so they don't be like, to get that experience of how they want to say it, however they want to call it. Because everybody know at the end of the day, everybody know Deion is not for stay at Jacksonville State for the next 30 years. Everybody knows that.
He's gonna be gone.
Everybody know this was just a step to get his feet in the water, to get himself to where he want to be. So, and I feel like Norvell know that, and Norvell know he's on a short leash, because if Deion become a hot commodity, Florida State gonna go knocking on his door.
I get what you're saying, Kevin. But to me, Deion got his turn plan for him. To me, once his turn leave, he gone.
I think his turn going after this year, ain't it?
No.
Shador is a sophomore, and Shiloh, I think, is a junior.
No, I thought Shiloh was a freshman.
Red shirt freshman. Yeah, you right. I think Shiloh like a junior, sophomore or junior.
Like I said, those points, they facts. I'm not sure if Deion is gonna slide, right, because it's just the way the landscape is the way it's trending right now, right? Everybody wants younger athletes to go to HBCUs, like the high school, they want to go to HBCUs, right? And right now, the impact that he has at Jackson State, or what he's actually doing for the kids and trying to do for the SWAC itself. Yeah, he having interviews. I just don't know. I have to wait a couple years to see where his heart is at, right? Because if you put yourself in a situation where you can really impact and change the kids that may not get those big offers lives and put them in the league, I think that's what he's trying to do right now. I think he's trying to bridge the gap from Power 5 to D1 AA.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. So I think that's his goal at the moment, is to bridge that gap. And until he bridges that gap, I don't think he's going nowhere. That's just based off of watching different interviews, going to Cookman, so kind of seeing the ins and outs and seeing and hearing all the news and whatnot because of Adam went to school that's in the SWAC, you know what I mean? So it's like we have to see. Like I said, I mean, he had an interview. They say he knocked it out the park. So I don't know, what is it going to be, but I think he probably won't slide away till they bridge that gap because it's talent there. It's just they get overlooked, right? It's all because of if you ain't going to these big name schools, you know what I mean? We ain't bring you in because we don't know what you can do. But if you look at Darius Leonard, you know what I mean? You looked at even Jerry Rice when he came out of Mississippi Valley State. Like it's players there. It's diamonds in the rough.
Baby. And then see Chattanooga, how you want to say the name?
Look at T.O.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like random. Bless you.
All right, that's enough.
Like I said, I mean, I don't know. We have to see what he do. You know what I mean? But I think just for our programs itself, right now what we lack is the trust and belief. Like I said, I watched earlier, if Manny don't turn it around next year, then he's going to be gone. No matter how much I like.
Hold on. The question is if he gonna have his job after these next 2 games. That's the question.
But in my mind, if you win, yeah, he keep it. If you win, yeah, you know what I mean? Because like you gotta think about it. What the team you had in the beginning of the year is a completely different team now, based off of injuries and getting the right people on the field. You had to go through a whole bunch of stuff like my mind on Bubba is like, well, damn, Bubba's been playing on a bump shoulder all year, so maybe that's why he had a down year. But it's certain players that's older that's trying to play through everything. De'Aaron King got hurt because we ran that boy rampant in the offense early on because we didn't have an offense. We didn't find our offense until Virginia game. When you down big, like you ain't do that kind of stuff with this man. Why you run that man to death out of the pocket because you can't get nothing down the field? Why not paying up to figure something out? And you basically, in my mind, you hurt that man college career because we depended on you so much that we don't run yourself to an injury. Now you done. You know what I mean? So it's like my point is you keep him based off of what he's been able to do on a short turnaround. You know what I mean? Like you had the SU game, then everything else good.
Y'all head coach was on the sideline.
Yeah.
No, I ain't talking about Manny Diaz. Y'all head coach was on the sideline.
Well, see, not let's say you talking about Ed Reed.
Yes.
That's
who should be y'all head coach.
Ed Reed don't want to be on the coaching staff. That's the problem.
He can't run the show.
But he's not gonna get no head, like you said earlier with Dion. Ed Reed is not getting no head coaching job until he climb the ranks, or whether it be he goes somewhere else lower or he take a DC job. But even said it's gonna be tough to get a defensive coordinator job. We ain't really got too much experience. He was on the staff with Rex Ryan, I think, back in Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jets.
Jets. Okay, I'm sorry, Jets. But he ain't having like no big role. You know what I mean? So it's like until he gets his foot wet in coaching, Ed Reed's not a head coach.
But, see, the thing is, but with head coaching in college is not about you coaching, because that's why you got your coordinator. It's about your recruiting.
Right.
You gotta look at Nick Saban. Nick Saban don't coach no more. Nick Saban is a great recruiter. He doesn't coach. When you what's the boy? Kirby Smart, Urban Meyer never coached. He recruits.
Yeah.
That's why when Nick Saban loses offensive coordinators, he go get a high-profile offensive coordinator. When he loses defensive coordinators, he go get a high-profile defense coordinator.
Out the league. Ain't college about the NFL.
So it's like so Nick Saban doesn't coach. At one point in time, he did coach.
Right.
But now he's just a recruiter. Nick Saban don't coach. When you see Nick Saban on the sideline in the game, you don't see no headsets on him. Nope. He just be walking up and down the sideline.
So look, to that point of my question, right? just to play devil's advocate, just so happen if Manny do slide or Novell do slide, who do you see out there that's gonna take the job? You know what I mean?
Mario Cristobal.
Yeah, but okay, if we look
at leaving Oregon.
But
see, leaving Oregon.
We gonna say Mario Cristobal, right? But that man offense ain't potent. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Don't bring that offense down to Miami because it's gonna be another first year with Manny, right?
Yep.
It's we following the names right now, bro. It's the names because we don't get the success that we want, right? That's what I'm saying. You bring Cristobal down, and what if Cristobal come out and bring down a worse offense with a defense he's trying to build, and you get worse results? Then we gonna say fire Cristobal and bring in Dan Muller whenever he get fired. If he ain't already finna get fired for what he just did today. You know what I mean? Like it's all a matter. Like I said, it's a patient thing. And like I said, Manny had 3. You let that man get that 4th year. You feel me? That man don't tighten up that 4th year. You got to slide. But you've seen a lot of growth within the program as us as fans. You know what I mean? Watching the program, so you see the growth. So optimism. But if you don't have it, you feel me? You don't get the results. That's like I said, I'm a Bucks fan. That's not the same thing with me before they brought in Brady. I ain't want to bring in Brady. I wanted them to get Jameis a prove it deal, 1 year. You don't get it right, you gone. Why? Because Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields are coming out that draft that next year. So if they don't get it right, being that how Tampa is, we gonna have a top 10 pick. So you gonna get one. You know what I mean? So it's like Tampa said, "No, we can win now." You feel me? So you bring in the GOAT. You know what I mean? So it's like with head coaches, we seeing all these coaches that we got the names. They getting knocked off. They're taking tough L's, right? So you got Cristobal, don't really got the offense. You got Dan Mullen out there was a name, and Dan Mullen is getting crashed at Florida. You know what I mean? It's different names out there, but these different names is still taking L's in the college football. So all right, well, so what you do? You know what I mean? Like, you want this coach, but this coach just took a bad L. You want this coach, but he just took a bad L.
I only want Dan Mullen. First of all, let's all right, number one.
It was just an example.
They celebrated a lot of people with the head coach dancing, being an FCS school who put up what? I can't remember what, at least 40 points on them.
52.
52, bro. Yeah.
Florida State don't deserve that, and we definitely don't deserve that. Not even UCF or USF deserve a Dan Mullen. Listen, once the coach say, I'll worry about recruiting after the season, he's not a head coach to me.
I don't want you.
He's not a head coach. That's why Kirby Smart said you can't out-coach recruiting. Recruiting makes everything that you're trying to do. You recruit to get people in your schemes. You recruit people for your schemes. I'm gonna say it again. That big ass goddamn Davis, that big ass Davis on Georgia D line. You recruit people for your scheme. Kirby Smart is the defensive coordinator that came from under Nick Saban. That's like
I said, going back to what we trying to see us go back to national prominence, right? So if you look back at it, right, Miami was down bad before they turned up, right? But that was because those athletes from that area was like, bro, we finna go to the school and we finna turn it up. You know what I mean? And so we long gone from the day. So it's like Miami the only team I ain't never witnessed out of my favorite teams win a championship. That's the only team I ain't never witnessed, right? But it's like it's gonna take forever to get there because that mentality gone. You feel me? That mentality to make either Florida, you feel me, dominant again by staying home, that's gone. Because at the end of the day, it's draft stock in mind when you're making these choices as a recruit, right? They say that the decision you make is going to be the decision that's going to shape the rest of your life. So as a kid,
you gotta understand when these pro scouts get in these trend, they gone.
It's a route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, as a program, you don't get no favors because everybody is, it's recruiting. It's a dirty game. You know what I mean? So I'm a downplay school that you thinking about in order to get you where I'm at. So if I'm in Alabama and you trying to go to Miami, well, you consider Miami, well, look, hey, you don't even know Manny gonna be there next year. Hell, they AD in the media talking about him. I mean, them boys 5-5. Why you gonna go there for? You know what I mean? The mindset ain't like, okay, well, look, I don't care. I'm gonna be a game changer, right? Because that's what pissed me off with Traquan Fagans, right? Kids gonna make the decision, kids gonna decommit. But don't sit here and say you gonna be one of the ones that change the program around. Then they get sour. Now I'm going to Bama. I can't respect that.
I kind of figured he went to go stick anyways. I kind of figured that.
Saying. But you don't say what you saying to me like, well, we're gonna turn Miami around. We're gonna do this at the third. So you there, then it gets sour. Then you go ahead and slide the Bama. You know what I mean? Maybe Bama wasn't even on that man to begin with like that. Like nothing crazy. But it's that Miami offer for them boys to really jump.
But I'm gonna tell you what he did. I ain't trying to cut y'all. He came to the cookout. Miami gotta want me. They gotta show me family love. They did that. I seen this man on Instagram. They rented a house down here. One of the people asked where you was on me in Miami. You commit. Come on, bro. You got to stick. You want to turn the crib around? Go to Bama then.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't gonna see the field till junior year because they loaded that corner.
That's what I'm saying. So it was like, that's why I say for sure you keep Manny, right? Because you got a chance. You have a chance to bring in a solid class. Granted, because when Fagans left out, that dropped the class because Fagans was a high corner. So you go up to like the top 20 to 50 something against 60 something because just for him decommitting. So you try to keep that man there. Cause like I said, you still got to play for Shamar. You know, I think
y'all lost a lot of commits tonight, though. Tell you that much.
You said what?
Y'all lost a lot of commits tonight. I'm gonna tell you that much.
We use this every year. I'm not worried about that. That's what transfer portal, baby. You been paying attention? Transfer portal. Listen. It's still like the NFL now. The transfer portal is wide open. Transfer portal made FSU D-line, right?
Yeah.
It did.
Fake team, right? Listen, like I told about what I said is, I don't give a damn what we sign. As long as you go in the portal and recruit got them 4 or 5 stars who couldn't play for fucking Alabama and Ohio State, I'm happy goddamn
I'll take him. You see what Rambo doing out there?
Look at Jalen Phillips.
Listen,
come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Quincy Roche in the league. Come on, bro.
Hey,
you know,
y'all ain't getting no portals. Y'all ain't getting no recruits after the Knights game. Y'all, that shit done with. Everybody like, no, we're going to Florida State with that shit.
This the question. Is y'all gonna get Marvin Jones Jr.?
If Michigan State can turn their sorry ass program around, so can us, and so can you.
Look, and
that beat the brakes off y'all ass though.
But see, look, niggas don't realize that Michigan State turned their program
beat the brakes off y'all ass.
Off of transfers.
They got 2-1 transfer portals out of the portal.
And all of a sudden, they turned their program around off of transfers. Michigan State wasn't like that until they went to the transfer portal last year, and the boys turned everything around.
See, but the problem is,
turned everything, bro.
People scared to use that route for transfer portal to turn the program around. That's the problem.
It's also that too.
But Michigan State shows you different. And guess what?
It's also
they actually have a decent recruit class coming in next year because of the portal.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. So if you take a lot of recruiting classes, then you utilize the portal, but that's the only downfall to it. The more you take in the portal, the less you can take in that recruiting class. So it's like it's a what you do. You rather you take this player that you can get for like a year, maybe 2, depending on the classification, or you're gonna take somebody that you can get at least for 3 years. You know, it's because like you're gonna transport, you gotta hit. You gotta hit because we seen, you know, when we went to transport 2 years back, 2-3 years back, you had Asa Martin. Asa Martin ain't with us no more. I think Asa Martin at Memphis. Tommy Kennedy was supposed to be a good offensive lineman out of Buffalo. He ain't fan that. You know what I mean? So it's like you gonna hit and you gonna miss. We had more hits than misses, but that's the gamble you playing. So it's like if the class stay like this, like I said, it's a lot of players that you still got to play for Miami. Well, I'm gonna speak for Miami. I can't really speak for FSU. But you know, with Kamari Wilson, say that IMG, you still got a chance with him.
Nah, he's going to Georgia. He's going to Georgia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in theory, it's a chance. We're a long way from Sunday. I don't know what kind. Because look, I ain't know we was going to get Avante 2 years ago.
Yeah, you right. Because it's going to Florida.
Let alone James, right? Because we went in James top 2. It was Georgia.
We don't get LT either.
But out of nowhere, it happened. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was like we won in James top 2. Then out of nowhere, like a month later, he dropped the top 3, and we in the top 3. So I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you how we got Cam because of DVD. DVD been recruiting since the 8th grade.
But see, like I said, I thought it was either that's when they were trying to get the Palmetto 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, I think Cam better than Corey Colley anyway.
Yeah.
Like, Corey Colley ain't seen no field like that at Florida. You know what I mean? So
I don't even think James, what's his name? That boy Marshall. I don't think he's playing either.
I don't think he's in field either. He should have came to Miami. You know what I mean? But that's the recruits we missing out on, right? Because they would have came to Miami. Well, I can say Colley, you can slide. But if Jason Marshall would have came to Miami, that boy's been either number 1, number 2. You're the number one, number two. That's just the playing field of that right now. You come to Miami, you gonna play right now at least. You know what I mean?
Because y'all trash.
Nah,
all right. Anyway, KD. So sum it all up. I'll cut everybody off. Let's just do a recap. Yes, Florida State won. I give y'all that. But it wasn't like y'all was great. Y'all did enough to win. I'm just leaving it at
Hey, we were 3-6.
Y'all listen, y'all did enough to win. That's about it. Y'all didn't do nothing special.
We were 3-6. We ain't had no business winning that game.
Records don't matter in the rivalry. We done said that already.
It's how you prepare your team.
Hey, records don't matter. It's about who show up
and
play, baby, and who ready to coach. Plain and simple. And
hey, man, you need to take that hat off. You need to throw that shit in the trash.
Nope. I got a black one too, baby. You know.
You need to throw that shit in the trash. You need to go ahead and burn that, bro.
Because like I said, not the same thing, bro. You look at it. Florida got smacked by South Carolina. Ain't nobody seeing that. It just so happened, bro. It was a big game, rivalry game. Anything can happen, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got to think about it.
Y'all, you play the Gators.
Man, take the mask off, man. Hell out here with that bullshit.
Y'all because right? And that's
if you want to be realistic,
right there.
If you want to be realistic, bro, in my mind, it's like we gonna lose one of these years. I don't know what year we gonna lose for the state, but it's gonna be coming soon because you ain't nobody finna come out. Not this rivalry finna win 20 straight. It's not happening.
It don't happen. I mean, it was bound to happen, right? It wasn't what 4-game winning streak, and before that, FSU was on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, well, this ain't the rivalry that you're gonna win 20 straight. You know what I mean? It's respect to y'all. At the end of the day, it's respect because y'all still a solid program. That's a great program. I give y'all respect. I told somebody earlier this year, I said, I really hope y'all win a game. Then bro say, I hope Miami lose every game that they play. I said, you know what? I changed my mind. I hope y'all get smacked today. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't necessarily root against Florida State, bro, because I really want to see the rivalry get back to what it was. That come on both of us winning, you know what I mean? So it ain't gonna get back to what it was.
Recruiting.
And y'all not winning, or y'all winning, we not winning, it ain't gonna get there. So I root for y'all boys to win. But that's gonna help recruiting, right? When you win in Miami and Florida State, in order for y'all to get players, we gotta win. And that's one thing.
Even when Florida State was when it was on top, they still wasn't getting the recruits that you gotta remember. Dalvin Cook fell in our hands because y'all took Yerby over Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
How y'all got Dalvin Cook and Freeman? That's Uncle Luke, cause we ain't want Dalvin Cook or we ain't want Freeman either. That's Miami fault.
Like, they fell in our hands. It's like Florida State never had great recruiting. So it's like
it's diamonds in the rough, it's gems that you find that turn that program.
Yeah, on. It's not like we go out there and get the number one player. You gotta understand, even when we had Jimbo, we still were missing out on the Pat Petersons, the Amari Coopers, the Ridleys. We still missing out on all them, the Bosa brothers. We're missing out on all them big time Florida, just like y'all missed out on them. So it's like it don't matter if we win or not, and we were winning at the highest level, and we still won. And you know, it's just that. And I don't blame the kid because I tell the jit straight up, go where you could play out the gates. Yeah. If they say you could play as a true freshman, I'm playing as a true freshman. I ain't redshirting and sitting. Me personally, I'm not for the redshirt and shit. Just like my baby mama brother, he just committed to Iowa. He running back at Deerfield. And I asked him, I'm like, why you committed to Iowa? He said, man, they the one who offered me the best playing time. I said, you made the right decision. Because he could have went to Florida State. He could have went to Penn State. He could have went to who was on his radar? Auburn. But he had to sit. And most likely he had a red shirt. He didn't want to do that. He said he went to Iowa because they guarantee him as a true freshman, he gonna play. So I'm like, that's the best decision you could ever make.
Yeah, it's pros and cons to it because it's like you can go somewhere and play. You know what I mean? You ball, you gonna get there. But like I said, a lot of people not. Like I said, it's the name, bro. It's the name. A lot of kids ain't gonna have that mindset.
You got to understand that's not a factor anymore because now, as you coming in as a top recruit, you getting paid. So it don't matter where you go.
Now,
you ain't got to go to Bama.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go to Bama no more. You ain't got to go to the Ohio State. You ain't got to go to Clemson. You could go to Tulane. Long as you go to a HBCU. Long as you're a top recruit, they still gonna pay you.
But then, like I said, money still talks. So it's like I can go to those schools, but I want to go to where I'm gonna get that bag. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get to the bread. So if I do go to them top schools, that bag different versus going to HBCU. Now everybody got Master P as that and give me $1 million deal. We don't all got that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna try to get to that big bag. Like it's a plus now. Yeah, we get paid, but like I said, it all depends on the kid and their situation for the most part, right? They want to put it in the best situation to where their family gonna be straight, right? Because a lot of kids is coming out, they struggling or they not in the ideal situations. So I'm trying to go to where I feel like what's the fastest or the quickest route, or maybe even the best route to the NFL. Theoretically, we're gonna look at Bama winning, Clemson winning. If I go there, I'm gonna be a winner. I'm going to lead. Why? Because we see the different running backs coming out of Bama, the different receivers coming out of Clemson.
But how many times? This is why I tell people about Bama, and this is why I tell people Bama is a waste. As much as Bama pumped into the NFL, how many of them do last?
In the NFL, yeah, that's facts. That's facts, but that's what I'm saying. It's the name. It's
because we could see him name them all that ain't doing that. That ain't in the NFL. That ain't lasting in the NFL.
We can name a list of running backs from Bama itself that ain't.
Yeah. Really outside of Derrick Henry.
We can name
outside of Derrick Henry. We can name and Derrick Henry looking at a bus as a minute.
Look, we can go quarterbacks from Bama that ain't did nothing in the league. The list go on, but like I said, it just go down to. That's what I'm saying. AJ McCarron, all them, but like it's the list goes on, but it's the fact that what they do in college. Because at that moment, the kids are going to college. They ain't going to the league. They going to college trying to get to the league. You know
that shows how much. That shows how much going to Bama takes out of you. Because when you get to the NFL, you maxed out and you're exhausted. Le'Veon, Michigan State. Nobody seen Le'Veon Bell turning into what he turned into. Michigan State. And be at Central Michigan.
I followed. No, actually, I followed.
Nobody seen National State. Nobody seen that.
About Chad.
You talking about
Johnson now?
Chad Johnson. You talking about a lot of things that don't go to Bama, and when they make it. They still got levels that they could tap into, as vice versa with Bama. When you go to Bama, dog, you tapped out. You is tapped out. You is tapped out to the point where when you make it to the league, what you see, what you get, and all you can do is go down. It's no up no more. It's for their corners. It's for their safeties. It's for their. I mean, okay, Clinton Dix. He came in, he produced the same way he did at Bama.
Drake Kirkpatrick.
Drake Kirkpatrick. All these cats.
Minka Fitzpatrick. You don't hear about him no more.
Yeah, because he's already at his peak. Ain't no more he could do.
Mark Barron.
Yeah, Mark.
This could go on and on.
Only position that explodes higher when they go to the league is wide receiver. That's it. It's only that number one wide receiver on that team. Because Julio was the number one. Who was the other receiver? Calvin Ridley was the number one. Who was the other receivers?
But see, it's crazy because they be the number ones, but then it be the person under them that becomes the number one. There's never nobody really going crazy at the same time. Versus when they had, because only you really consider it really went crazy when they had Ruggs, Devontae Smith.
It started with Ridley, went to Ruggs, went to Judy, then went to Waddle and Devontae Smith. But that's what I'm saying. It's the wide receivers the only one, because at the end of the day, your wide receivers don't take that much damage, and you going to the NFL where you could use the wide receiver in different ways. Running backs, you come out of Bama as a running back, you spent. You're done. And I love Najee Harris as a running back, but I get Najee Harris by the end of his first contract. He's not. I pray he don't, and I don't want to wish bad on him, but he's not going to be what he was coming into the league.
What I think it is too. Like, so not to say that they cap out. It all depends on what organization and league that you're going to. You know what I mean? what staff you're going to, because it all depends on who you win, who gonna get into that next level, who gonna get in that next bag. Because you got to think about it. A lot of these running backs, a lot of these high, players that's coming out of Bama, they go on to teams that's they not really good. So it's like, how do we get developed? You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it. Trent Richardson, he ain't got nobody that really can develop him. You know what I mean? Then he bust that. TJ Eldon, he ain't going nowhere solid. But we balling in college, so we get these high draft picks. But when we get to the league, we ain't got that same level of people to develop us. And that's what I think that's what the problem lies too, because now that grind, that level that you got to get to in order to actually be great and work.
So
because you ain't got nobody, I guess it's the system. It's a systematic type thing to me.
So basically, what I'm taking for what you're saying, you're a product of what's around you, just like at Bama. Bama got all 5-star and 4-star recruits. So you're only good because you with 5 and 4 stars. Now you down with the basically the Arizona States and all this and that. Now you can't function because you're really not that good, because you have a 5-star O-line in front of you blocking for you. Now you in the NFL where these cats was 1 and 2 stars, and now you can't compete. That's why when the Le'Veon Bells didn't come in and the LaShawn McCoys and all that, who play with the 1 and 2 stars, and they go to the NFL and they get a 3 or 4 star, now they look like a damn 6-star and look like an all-time NFL player because they wasn't surrounded by all stars.
So stars don't matter.
It don't. So that's what I'm saying. You look at it, right? So when Dak and Zeke came out, right, them boys looked great first couple years because of that offensive line they had. So it was amazing. Zeke was amazing. Dak was amazing. That offensive line started to shuffle. What did we see out of Dallas? It wasn't the same product. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's truly what it is. That's if you can kind of compare what the offensive line is at Dallas when Dak and Zeke first came out to what it constantly is at Bama. So as a quarterback, look at Bryce Young, a freshman, but that boy don't get touched like that. So it's easy for me to go throw the ball around and make a decision because I'm not getting touched. I ain't got to worry about the pressure in my face because I'm forever have the people.
But that's just like Bama O-lines. When they get to the NFL, they feels a lot. They be all world. Then when they get to the league,
ask Leatherwood for Oakland Raiders over there, right tackle. How he doing?
He getting his ass drawn.
He took his ass in the first round. We should have been like a 3rd round pick somewhere, maybe a 4th round.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to change until that change, and it's going to be a long time for it do. But until them kids realize it, and I ain't gonna be the one to tell them, because if I had anybody around me now that's making that decision, but you got to make that best decision for you, and I'm gonna support you regardless of the fact. And I can't tell you where to go based off my mindset, but it's like you gotta look at it all. You feel me? Like, who's gonna get the most out of me? Like, it might not be Bama. Hell, it might be, you feel me, California, you feel me, or Oregon State. They get the best out of me, but that route to Bama don't necessarily mean success. You feel me? It might get you there, but what's gonna happen after the fact? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
You see too many. I see it every year. Too many Bama players come into the league, and they reach their max. And you got these cats who came, who just coming out of Pittsburgh or Minnesota or something, and they turn into fucking all pros consistently.
Yeah, the Rare Reavers.
Because you could really look at Pittsburgh and you could look at their track record. And you could say they produce some of the best players to ever play in the league in our era, with Larry Fitzgerald, LaShawn McCoy, James Conner, Aaron Donald, Jarrell Reeves. The list goes, and I know it's more that I'm missing, but the list goes on. Penn State right now. Penn State is a fucking factory. Michael Parsons, Mike Gesicki, Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders, the other tight end that just came out the other year. They're a fucking factory. And it's like, you don't, I tell kids all the time, you don't have to go to Bama. You don't.
Look at the example, right? Like I said, I told him a bunch.
Navarro Bowman that came out of Penn State too.
Ali Marpet came out of a school called Hobart. I ain't never heard of Hobart, bro. But Ali Marpet, one of the top inside linemen in the league for years. But he came out of a school called Hobart. Ain't nobody ever heard of that. Second round pick.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that boy, second round pick. I ain't never heard of that school, but look what that man did. That boy in the league balling. You feel me? Top 1 player almost year in, year out. That's just testament.
I tell people, man, you go to Bama, you're gonna burn yourself out. Cause they been gonna work you hard to the point where when you get to the league, you only gonna have enough in the tank for about 3-4 years.
Yep, you're right.
Unless you're a wide receiver. You only gonna have enough in the tank for the first 3 or 4 years. After that, it's a wrap. Only person who was standing it right now is Derrick Henry.
You know, that Bama back, they're going crazy. I mean, Mark Henry had his run. You feel me? He had his run. But than that, I can only think Bama running backs wise actually made noise in the league in the last 10 years. Only Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry. That's it.
Yeah, and they caught up with Derrick. They caught up with Mark Ingram.
Those schemes was built around, like Derrick Henry. That scheme was built around.
And it's starting. And to be honest with you, it's starting to catch up with Derrick Henry.
Yep, and he out for the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's starting to catch up with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, like you run that boy rampant because you don't have no. You forcing it to. You feel me? Him to have to do everything. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
You gotta have
those running backs. You know behind them?
Who that? No, not necessarily.
King Drake. Las Vegas Raiders right now. He behind them.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, King Drake behind Josh Joe. Josh Jacobs.
He doing decent.
And look, since Josh Jacobs came up in the league, the boy can't stay healthy because he burnt out.
Yep.
And it's crazy because like you don't want to think of it that way, but it is what it's happening.
He burnt out. Josh Jacobs
Julio burnt out too. Julio been burnt out.
Well, Julio 32 though. You talking about these cats still in their 20s.
That's 11.
Julio 32 might be 33.
Look at Ridley. Ridley probably he about burnt out too.
That's Atlanta.
Nah, really ain't burnt out. You tripping.
He just got the.
You tripping. Really ain't nowhere near burnt out.
Look, it's Atlanta, bro. Like I said.
Other than that, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Wide receivers, they gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know
wide receivers gonna be okay.
Let's put it like that. All the boys from Florida who go to Bama, they're gonna be all right. But everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Look at it. The Alabama, when they was going at defense, it was star-studded. How much work really did the cornerbacks say they had to do in the back end when you got 5-star linemen, 5-star linebackers back there patrolling the front line? I mean, yeah, you still got to play, but not as hard as somebody that's playing on like Pittsburgh or some other school that's not Alabama. You know what I'm saying? When you got help up front, that's gonna go a long way for you to get, you know what I'm saying, make you look great. Not saying it was garbage, but I'm just saying you had some of the best players on your team on the front seven that can help you out and make you like an all-star.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
To that point,
in the league, just like,
but to that point though, is like I said, to that point though, is the coaching staff at Bama really that crazy, or is the fact that they forever getting the cream of the crop talent? That's the question.
It's forever they get the cream of the crop talent, because once the cream of the crop, you gotta look. Once the cream, just like Showtime said, you got 5 stars, you got a 5-star secondary, you got a 5-star linebacker core, and you got a 5-star D-line. So you taking the best players out of high school and putting them in one college.
Yeah, and burning them out, like you say.
Now, when they go to the draft, all them 5 stars got to break up. Now, all them 5 stars is on their own individual team. So now, you was a 5-star at Bama, so you going against 3 stars and 2 stars at Tennessee, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, whatever other teams in the SEC. You going against them. You got 4 5-star D linemen across the board, and you got 5 3-stars. Somebody's going to go off because you can't block all of them. Then you got 3 5-star linebackers coming in on the blitz. You got to block somebody. Now, when you get to the NFL, you that only 5-star on that defensive line. Now what you gonna do? Because now you don't have that help or that support that you had at Bama that made you free or that gave you that one-on-one. Now all the attention on you.
I gotta find
that's why you think
I gotta find that picture that they had like the star breakdown in the Super Bowl of the stars that like the 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. And it's like it won, I think it was like 1 5-star on that bit. Out of all the players that play in the playoff at the Super Bowl, it was on 1 5-star. It's like that's why I'm like, I don't we saving the benchmark, right? Dabo the benchmark. Those are the top coaches, right? But it's like, are they really coaching?
No, it's just the players.
You feel me? And they just keeping the boys at this level as long as they can until they slide. You know what I mean? So
okay, you look at it. You had Minka. Who was with Minka? Drake Kirk. Who? It was Minka. What's the boy? Marlon Humphreys.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some other shit on the other side.
Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson. And all of them in the secondary.
You had Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, all of them in the secondary. Who gonna throw on that when you got
a
2-star wide receiver trying to come at them?
You can't. You're right. You can't.
Hey,
who gonna throw at that? But now they went to the NFL and they all branched off.
And they ain't doing that.
You seen what Mika got? What happened with him in Miami? He was getting burnt.
Yeah.
All that shit Mika was doing in college.
Miami wasn't using him right.
But now look, he talking about Miami wasn't losing him right. Now we drive Javon Hollins out of Oregon last year for the same position that Mika doing, and he's the ninth best safety in the league.
But to that credit, it may be because Flores done.
Flores was there when Mika was there.
Yeah, he came in. That was Flores' first year, ain't it?
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, and Mika was getting beat. That first game against Baltimore Ravens, Mika was getting his ass toasted because Flores. Oh, you want to talk that you I'm gonna put you up. Now you bring in Javon Hollins as a rookie. This man, the ninth best safety in the league, as a rookie, and he was played last year. He sat out because of COVID last year. And what he was.
Yeah. That's the same thing like Joe Tryon for the Bucks. Rookie. He sat out
from Washington.
That boy going crazy. That boy making plays. But it's like you gotta
I say, man, I don't
It's the level of grind. That's what it boils down to. How much you want to grind, how much you want it. Because if I want to go to the league, I don't care where I go, I'm gonna go and I want it. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just really what it boils down to is how much that kid want it. Or do they just want to go to that
Minnesota pumping out talent? You get what I'm saying? So it's like y'all go for the championships, but by the time y'all get through with that, y'all spit. Oklahoma every year we got all these receivers. Only one who came to fruition right now is CeeDee Lamb, Hollywood Brown, and average. The other one I can't even remember his name. They quarterbacks. Kyler Murray, the only one who Baker trash. The one before Baker, I don't know what the hell he at.
Landry.
Yeah.
Whatever Landry, his name was.
The Landry on Sam Bradford. I don't know, boy.
So it's like you just gotta pick to me, you pick your poison, man. Like it's like once you get to college, man, as long as you D1 and you ball where you at, you're gonna be NFL gonna find you.
That's all that matter, bro. They'll find you. They're gonna say that's what Shannon Sharp coach said. I told him because Shannon Sharp was trying to transfer from Savannah State to Miami. But said his coach told him to look, bro. If you good,
look at Al Harris, bro. Who ever heard of a Texas Kingville? Come on, bro.
They gonna find you, man.
I forgot what school Brent Grimes came out of. Some school out of New Orleans. Who ever heard of that school? Come on, man.
Heidelberg. He came out of Heidelberg.
Yeah, who the hell? Come on, bro. It's talent. It's talent at these small schools.
Like I said, but that's what I'm saying. I think I think maybe in the next couple of years, it's going to start to get starting to even itself out. It's going to take a while for somebody to actually catch up to the talent that Bama and Georgia bring in. But you kind of see with Clemson, it was Trevor Lawrence, it was Deshaun Watson, it was Taj Boyd, like it was the quarterbacks. DJ is a solid dude, but it's like I don't think they trust him enough as they trusted Trevor. They ain't the training wheels off of DJ yet because they want to run that man. They look, you ain't got it. All right, well, you're gonna do a quarterback draw with you. Go get it. They don't trust that man throw the ball because he can't do it.
That was the same thing with EJ. EJ had talent. EJ couldn't win that national championship. So Winston came in there and took over.
Yeah,
and EJ was ass.
I gotta give EJ his credit. Now EJ was a baller. Now
EJ Manuel was trash.
He did enough to win and get drafted in the first round by Buffalo Bills, which obviously was a mistake. I don't understand it.
He was trash.
Huh?
He was trash. EJ Manuel was trash.
He was trash, but again, he did enough to win, and he did enough to get drafted in the first round. So I give him that. And now he's on the ACC network, living lavish.
In that bag.
All our Florida quarterbacks are garbage. Florida State, Florida, and Miami. All the quarterbacks are garbage. Then the last quarterback put in the league beside Ken Dorsey.
I said, when's the last time we even?
We put him in the league,
but they ain't doing shit.
That's what I'm saying. We put him in the league. It just they ain't doing it. But like I said, hey, TVD might change it all. I don't know. Him or Jake.
No, start that.
Don't even do that. First of all, you know that. Notice this man first time starting this year. He got
I don't hear that shit. I don't hear that shit because just the other day you were telling me he the next Josh Allen, and I told you that trash.
I say that. Yeah, but
ain't the next Josh Allen.
I'm saying general. He's still young though. He's still young. This is first
ball next year. He gonna ball next year.
Next year he'll be good. He'll have some time.
Showtime. Yes, did you see that man QB draw?
Hey, nah, that boy slid on one. Hey, let's stop playing my dog. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I thought boy got sacked because they tried to throw a wheel and he checked it. He pump fake and slid. I'm like,
hey.
I know you're talking about that slow QB.
Hey,
he got 9.
Hey, that boy is no Josh Allen.
Hey, look.
That boy ain't no Josh Allen. When I seen that QB draw, I thought about you, Showtime. I said, see, this is shit. He talking about he's Josh Allen. Josh Allen would have skated on that shit. He's no Josh Allen, Showtime.
It don't matter. He's a gamer. You see that man get 9 that first one. That man got like 25 on the other one. When it comes to that boy
he's no Josh Allen. He's no Josh Allen.
Like I said, first year starting, he got through under circumstances. Give him time. Be that full starter from beginning to the end, and then we can judge. But I still stand by my comments. He's big body like him, and he got a strong arm. He probably not like athletic like him, but
no, he's not. He's not.
Get nobody ask your ass. God
damn. Probably. He's not.
Nah, he gonna be solid. He gonna be solid. Like I said,
he gonna be solid. He gonna do enough to get the job done for us. But like really speaking, we should need help on defense. Ain't lie to it. We got
to keep your weapons around him though.
Huh?
Yeah.
We got to keep your weapons around him. Our young talent got to develop.
I told you I'm not worried about that. It's defense I'm worried about. Offense,
that defense too. I was telling you, Manny need to give a defense coordinator. We need to hire a defense coordinator, and Packy need to go at linebacker coach. I don't like Packy.
Right, so, speak on defense. They're not too far off of where they need to be. Right?
They're not.
They're just missing a couple of. They're missing a couple of key
pieces. Edge rusher out of the portal. Go ahead, because we're not getting one out of recruiting. Let's be real.
Yeah, Shamar going to TAMU or Georgia. I want Shamar so bad.
Shamar going to say he going to Texas A&M. I don't know if Najee D. Kelly gonna go out of Dula. I don't know where he gonna go.
When my little brother, he went to a school called St. Thomas out there, college out there. St. Thomas, the Catholic school.
Yeah,
and he was before like Shamar like really like blew up. Like I said, my brother's second in college. So last year is when he'll see Shamar a lot and talk to him a lot. You feel me? So he was big on Miami, but we doing what we doing, so I don't know if he gonna slide.
Can't win games.
He'll talk to him a lot.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
But see, the thing is that boy went about 4 or 5 games this year, so it's like, bro, I don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
So we all gonna see. Wait, Najee can they go?
He ain't going to Florida State.
Definitely ain't going there either. He ain't going to Miami either.
Yes, y'all have the #1 recruit. That's gonna be yes. And anybody above than that, and AJ Duffy. You there above than that? Y'all just like us.
Hey, look, they finna run that boy Travis Hunter to the ground. That boy finna play. That boy finna play receiver. That boy finna play safety.
Cornerback.
The other 5-star coming in too. His name McCall. Something like that.
McCall. Sam McCall. Them boys run the boys to the ground. But not like.
Hey, they're gonna beat y'all last next year. Don't worry about it.
You know what? I can't even say nothing. So much you had that.
I'm gonna let you have it. Yeah, you got it. You gonna have it this year. Y'all ain't definitely gonna beat us next year. I'm gonna give it to you this year. Y'all beat us this year. Y'all definitely beating us next year.
I gotta wait a whole other year to talk trash.
I'm gonna talk trash regardless.
I'm gonna talk my trash. Y'all barely beat us. We beat ourselves.
That's fine.
Hey,
they won though.
Hey. Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all go look on y'all schedule, right?
And they gonna say,
and y'all look at the results on the side of it, and they got L's and W. When they say Florida State, what gonna be to the next of it?
And they gonna say W.
They gonna say what?
Fuck you.
Y'all got to do this year. Y'all gonna be. We gonna see. We gonna. Hey, talk this same shit. We gonna talk next year.
You know he will. Shut up. You know he will.
Hey, he wasn't saying that last time. We beat their 52 teams. He wasn't saying that last year.
Hey, you ain't never hear not one year I don't talk shit. Win or lose, I'm gonna talk my shit.
I'm about to say on the sideline like don't take it.
I
talk my shit every year.
35-0 halftime.
Hey, what happened today?
Y'all won.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
I knew it was gonna come back. Y'all did that. Y'all did 2 years ago. Y'all jumped out 20-7. We came back.
And what y'all did?
Y'all won.
Oh, okay. So y'all did come back. We won.
We came back. Y'all was the better team.
No, who won?
Y'all won. Y'all was the better team.
Okay, so you didn't come back.
We came back, then y'all came back. Let's call it what it was.
Hey, ain't no we. It's a 4-quarter game. The clock didn't hit double zeros yet or triple zeros. So you never came back. The game was still going.
It took the lead. That's a comeback. You were down 27. That took the lead. That's a comeback.
Hey, like Country Wayne say, let it sizzle in your spirit. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that L sizzle in your spirit. Like Country Wayne say, let that L sizzle in your spirit.
I got it.
Help is on the way.
I get to you. We damn sure need help. I'll tell you that. I tell you that. I don't know. Like I said, we have to see. We have to see. Like I said, for both of us, it's still players out there try to go grab.
Hey man, y'all enjoy y'all losing streak because y'all know after y'all lose to Florida State, y'all losing streak.
Damn, how much you want to bet?
Come on, boy. Be second, dude. For the beat, no.
Hold on, Rob. Katie, how much you want to bet? I'll be damn with
bet what?
Virginia Tech and Duke.
Well,
y'all go beat Florida?
No, we beat y'all.
I hope so.
Y'all gonna beat Florida?
Florida trash.
We beat y'all.
They let the FCS team put up by at least 40 plus points, and they celebrated in the locker room dancing and went viral for one reason.
To Florida defense, they put up 70. So they may come out.
Not good enough.
They may come out and put up 24 against Florida State. It may happen. It just might happen.
I know tonight Florida State put up 31.
Yeah. Hey, look,
it was good enough, so I don't know.
I don't know. Like, Florida might come out inspired when they play Florida State.
I ain't gonna lie.
Both teams got a quarterback problem, so
that defense is just ass. Like their defense is just horrible. It make no.
Look. If we gonna be G with it, they got the most talent out of both of us on defense. Yeah, but them boys ain't playing that damn lick of defense.
Guess what?
Listen,
they over here.
Look at this guy.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Hey. I know Showtime, we talked earlier today, and your confidence was high when you were playing 2K. And I told you this shit was going to happen. I told you this shit was going to happen. I told you this, dog. And you know, I ain't want to bother Aunt, man. I know his kids, the twins, were driving him crazy. So I ain't want to bother him.
Actually, they were screaming at the TV, even though we still lost.
Oh, okay. You know, so I was gonna leave you alone tonight, but you got on the Zoom meeting, and you know, and y'all brought a new victim to the team. So hey, it's just gonna be some ass whooping, you know. Y'all can't beat us on the down year. So what y'all think y'all gonna do when we get up?
I'm a victim, new victim to the team.
Yeah, you're a new victim.
I ain't no victim.
Yeah, you're a victim now.
I ain't no victim. Hey, look,
you're a victim.
I ain't no victim.
You're a new victim, dog.
Look, it is what it is.
What happened next year, I tell you that much.
Hey, look.
Huh?
Y'all come to Hard Rock next year.
All that matter to me. All that matter to me.
Hard Rock next year.
Listen, all that matter to me right now is we win this damn bowl game. That's all I care about.
Hey, we are Hard Rock next year.
Yeah,
you
know, alternate.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. One thing y'all not gonna do.
What's that?
Is get on here and act like y'all finna go do something in this bowl game. Cause y'all forget y'all ass whooped in this bowl game. Hey, and next year, y'all gonna get y'all hopes up.
Wait a minute.
Well, first of all, y'all make a bowl game first.
Y'all gotta make one first. Y'all gotta win out to make
one.
Y'all beat us.
That's what I'm saying.
Win out.
Hey,
y'all gotta win out.
Hey,
y'all gotta win out. Y'all do that first.
Hey. We might not have a bowl game, but when I look at our schedule this year,
y'all know you better say it.
It go when I come to Miami, Florida, Hurricanes, and I see that W next to it, that's better than any. Only thing that's better than that is a national championship. That's the only thing that's better than that.
That's a great standard. That's
the only thing better than that. It's a national championship, whoop Hurricanes ass. All that, then the ACC championship. I don't care about no ACC championship. We got a whole bunch of them. Y'all still trying to win y'all first one. We got a whole bunch of them. That's just backyard shit to us. National championship, beat the Hurricanes ass. That's how my formula go.
So that was just a long way to tell me that you okay with complacency. That's all.
No.
That's all.
We concerned with complacency. Y'all can't win the ACC championship.
You said all that mattered to you is beating Miami. I still got a bowl game at least try to go to and win.
Nah, I don't care about no bowl game.
Look, this happened today. You lost. Back to the drawing board tomorrow. Ain't no day off. Niggas in practice tomorrow. You practicing tomorrow.
Oh, y'all need practice.
No, y'all need it too. Y'all need it too.
No, we're gonna enjoy this. We know our season over with. They partying in Tallahassee right now. They getting fucked up. They getting fucked up, man. They all on that main street getting fucked up in Tallahassee, man.
I'm already knowing.
Y'all live for this game, don't y'all?
Y'all live for this game. Cause if y'all would have won, y'all would have been tearing my ass up, but you can't.
No,
you got it hurt. It hurt.
Nah, if we would have won, I would have been on. I need Pitt to lose. I need the UVA to lose. I'm trying to get the chip. I'm trying to get the championship. If we'd have won the game, but that's
what championship?
ACC.
What championship?
ACC.
The who?
It's a wrap now.
Hey, like Showtime say, the ACC up for grabs next year.
Yeah, up for grabs next year. If everybody
stop.
No. I'm not talking about us in general. I'm talking about everybody in general. If everybody's super seniors this year. So
Showtime.
Pittsburgh. Nope. NC State. Nope.
Showtime.
Nope. Let me finish. Goddammit. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, everybody who balling 9, all the teams ball 9, it won't be there.
Hey.
It won't be there. Sam Howell gone. NC State super seniors gone. Virginia super seniors gone. Pittsburgh
Pickett gone.
Super seniors gone. And that's really about it. Duke always gonna be ass. Let's be honest. They're always gonna be ass.
Hey, Clemson front four will be gone.
That's still a question mark. I'll give them another year to see if it's still the same problem on the field. We know Clemson. They just been figured out, but the Achilles heel always been the offensive line for Clemson. Other than that, the ACC up for grabs next year. You know what I'm saying? Not even talking about Miami, but just in general. Everybody who has super seniors, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone. It's gonna be wide open. And just what happens, we're gonna be bringing back our top offensive talents next year, asshole.
Hey, and all our freshmen are gonna have experience under their belt. So
our old line still gonna be intact for a couple people, but we'll still be there. So yes, KD, we'll beat your ass next year in Hard Rock. Yeah, I said it at 9:33 tonight. Y'all still got the same old shit line. I'm still gonna talk trash because your line always been ass. It's gonna be ass because y'all can't recruit on the old line. And bringing in what's his name, the more recruit next year. Care about him. People rather come to Miami than the FSU. Yeah, y'all watch that gas game, but y'all still ain't shit. Come to the Hard Rock and say the same old thing next year.
That's one hell of a way.
Hey, let me tell you something, man.
Go ahead and say it. Yeah, we got the W.
Hey, let me tell you something, man.
Got the W on the side.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Y'all UM fans, man. Y'all enjoy y'all season. Y'all enjoy y'all bowl game. If y'all gonna make a bowl game, y'all enjoy it. I'm happy for y'all.
No.
This was a down year for us. This was a down year for us.
What was last year? What was last year? Same thing.
That was a down year too. We know we on the slide, but we find a way to squeak one out on our slope. So once we get back up, and y'all know once Florida State get back up on their feet, you know we go and dominate.
Bro, y'all not getting
something y'all ain't do since I was 10 years old. You know? Something y'all ain't do since I was 10 years old. Showtime, you was what, 11? Man, you was 11. So we really didn't know what the fuck was going on at the time. See, when we dominated, I was in the bar watching the game, know what the fuck was going on. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be my time again to come, and you guys gonna have to embrace me again in those times. Them times y'all couldn't stand me, and y'all seen my name come across y'all screen, and y'all didn't want to answer, and be like, here go KD stupid ass with his dumb shit. You know, it's gonna come again. You know, history repeats itself. You know, so I am gonna rain on y'all parade. I want y'all to go win the bowl game. I'm just gonna enjoy my win tonight. I'm gonna cherish my win for the next year. I get to call y'all and talk shit, and you gotta take it.
You're right. You
got to take it.
You're right. Y'all won. You got all rights to talk trash. You got all rights to talk trash till next year. Anybody else have anything to say before I end this call?
Yeah, I'm about to end mine too. I got babies to feed.
No, I'm
be my dad to do this.
Hey, look, we're supposed to have a quick reaction, but that bitch went goddamn sideways and everywhere else, bro. NCAA football for recruiting NFL.
Hey, look, that's what a podcast is. That been supposed to go everywhere.
So I think we're gonna be for like almost 2 hours.
Yeah, hey man, we need to do this every weekend, man.
You know, like I said, I might know how I get. Like I said, I got my own podcast that I be doing, so it's like, bro, I know how I get. So I took it all in today. I'm just on the end of it. I ain't gotta ask the questions today. I'm just answering questions.
I might say shit. Let's say on the podcast then.
Most definitely.
We all free most weekends. Maybe besides Rob and his 1,000 kids over there.
Most definitely.
Hey.
I boy that daddy daycare.
Man, line. Got 6 of them over here.
Sheesh.
You got to start at 5+1.
Yeah.
6th man of the year.
Yeah, I'm right. Hey, Marlon, you got a little crew over there too now.
Hey, watch your mouth, but not more of yours over there. Okay. Katie's having be baby free tonight.
Hey. It's called co-parenting, son. And we go on next weekend, he'll be right here. Tear my ass up.
All right, cool, y'all boys. I'm ready to end it.
What time y'all
I'm
going?
saying, Willie, I'm gonna text you. Just let me know what podcast going on. So KD, y'all boys, y'all want to get on his podcast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to get together.
All right, cool, no problem.
Yeah, no, I know I'm doing one of them. I should be doing one tomorrow. I ain't got nothing else lined up after the one I got tomorrow.
I guess so. What kind of movie?
What time?
After the one I do tomorrow, I don't got another one lined up. So
How much is it?
it's time to me to do one with y'all boys.
Okay.
Shit, that's a bet then.
Y'all just let me know. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow.
We don't.
Shit, I ain't doing shit tomorrow either, so.